Welcome back to Andertons TV.
Hello.
Today's video is on these three beautiful guitars which have been released to commemorate the 140th, yes, 140th anniversary of the Gretsch Musical Instrument Company. Everybody, thank you for listening to that little opening jam there.
That was lovely, wasn't it?
If you're wondering, I'm looking at my phone because I've got to find out just what on earth were Gretsch actually doing in 1883? Because it certainly wasn't making electric guitars.
I don't know, but before we do that, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos.
So, Fred Gretsch. There are two Fred Gretsches, the first and the second. I believe the second one is still alive.
I know, because I follow him on Twitter.
But yes, in 1883, Brooklyn, New York, Fred Gretsch, 27-year-old German immigrant, thank you Wikipedia by the way for this information.
Because that's true.
Arrives in the United States and manufactures banjos, tambourines and drums until his death in 1895. Then his son, Fred Gretsch Sr., oh I see, so there's actually three Fred Gretsches. There's Friedrich Gretsch is the original one, then Fred Gretsch Sr., who's obviously no longer with us, and Fred Gretsch Jr., who is the current Fred Gretsch, right? Wow. So yeah, 140 years old.
That's amazing.
Probably more recently known for their drums and electric guitars.
Yeah.
Now, for the last, I don't know now, 30-something years, Gretsch have had a sort of a licensing deal, I suppose, with the Fender guys. So manufacture, promotion, sales, etc., distribution of Gretsch guitars around the world have been handled by them.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we're kind of excited to show you these new Electromatic special edition models. There are, as well as the Electromatic range, there is a Pro series, so that's the higher end kind of Japanese-made stuff. There's a Pro set of limited edition models as well, but that'll have to be for another day and another video.
It will. It will.
Three guitars. They're probably their three most recognizable shapes. So you've got the big, deep, hollow body, kind of reminiscent, I suppose, of the sort of White Falcon kind of vibe. You've got the single cut Jet, and then you've got the double cut here, which I suppose, again, is a little bit more...
Oh, look at that pearl!
Sort of Chet Atkins kind of inspired. Yes, in these incredible kind of pearlescent finishes with a sort of an ice blue metallic on the front, and then a kind of a pearl finish on the back, except on the bigger one, which is the flip of that. So you got the pearl on the front and the ice blue.
Have a look at that little inlay.
Yeah, I know. Got a beautiful little sort of bluish kind of, I don't know what that is, abalone style
hue.
I'm not actually sure that I've ever seen that symbol.
No.
Is he like a Freemason or some
It's
sort of member
also
of the
there.
Illuminati? Is
I
that
don't
what
know.
that is?
I don't really know. I don't really know. But I just have to mention also we got timestamps. So if you want to hear one of the guitars, you can just click the timestamps and then you can click to the next guitar.
Well,
anyway, I think these are wonderful, man. I've always loved the Gretsch. And you know what? This color, it just looks amazing, doesn't it?
So the guitar that Pete is holding is the G5420T, for tremolo, dash 140, so that's the 140th anniversary one. This is a true hollow body, so pickups are mounted to the top of the guitar rather than into any sort of a center block. It's got a floating style bridge, big tremolo system. The pickups on the hollow body guitar are called the FT5E Filtertron pickups. You've got these pearl inlays on the top. That's limited, only available on these guitars. All the guitars have the laurel fingerboards with the pearl inlays and the commemorative 140th anniversary head badge. So let's have a little listen to that, Mr. Pete.
Let's have a listen to that.
I always forget, I inherited an orange one of these, Electromatic, from my father-in-law but maybe 10, 12 years ago, which I mess around, and I use it acoustically, bizarrely, at home, just to mess around with. But anyway.
It's a wonderful machine, tone machine. So you got your three-way selector switch, master volume, then you've got a tone here, and then you've got a volume for each pickup. So
I quite like that. So
goes.
One master tone.
Master tone, master volume.
Oh, it's a discount on this one now. I've just donked it.
Master tone. Master volume, master tone,
master Dobby,
neck volume, and bridge volume.
Yes.
Right? So you can mix in the two. Master Dolly. Who's Dolly?
I don't know. Wasn't it Dobby? Master Dobby? Or
Master Dobby.
Master Tone.
Dobby. Master King Dobby a Gretsch. Now Dobby can go free. Now Dobby can play tremolo. So you got a lot of different tone varieties in the Gretsch. So that's the bridge pickup. Super nice ring.
It sounds great.
Dobby, yes, suck. It's just good. So middle position. Lots fatter, sort of. You can probably hear that the hollowness here, right? Compared to get more of a Bryan Adams tone back in the back pickup. Here's your volume, so you can go in the middle position. And then, and then of course you can put a bit of gain on. Woo! You get
Such
that.
a rock machine.
And then you can go. All of that stuff and all the. There's so many people that play Gretsch over the years that I
always think
define sound like Ted Atkins and
Well, I think people who've owned Gretsch guitars will probably know how versatile they are. I guess if you're a little bit more into it, you'll know that there've been plenty of rock guys, Malcolm Young, Billy Duffy.
Absolutely.
But I do think Gretsch often have to remind the public, it's not all about Chet Atkins and rockabilly stuff. It will do.
It can do anything. We did
anything.
actually do a video. Rabir and I, we did a video, and it could be up here in the corner called, can Gretsch just do that or whatever, and something like that.
That was a a long time ago.
It's a long time ago, but it was one of those videos where they were saying, can you please try to show that Gretsch can do other things than just do, you know, the classic stuff.
So, yeah, watch out if you want to see Pete do all his sort of polyphia kind of stuff and...
Anyway, it's super cool.
Let's move
guitar.
on. So that's that one. That's that one. That's not very helpful, is
that
it?
one.
That's that one.
Let's just go to this one because then it's a bit of a
so the single cut is called the G5230T-140 and it's basically all the same specs as before, apart from obviously it's now on a single cut. But it's obviously their kind of, you know...
What a cool looking guitar,
It's the closest kind of thing that Gretsch do to like a Les Paul style guitar. Very cool.
Wow, that is epically cool.
Same control layout. Same pickups. Nice. Just a different body on the guitar.
So we just start with a bit of clean. Okay, so same layout here. I like that you can just flip the thing away so you can get to it, because it is quite, you know,
well, that's
it's
when
one
it
of
goes
the
in
things,
the case. It's almost like a fold-away tremolo arm, isn't it? It's quite cool.
It is, but my is like, if you want to get to that volume control, it's a little bit sort of underneath.
It's quite
there.
close, isn't it?
Yeah. So I think you run everything on full, and then you just use that to do your volumes. Friedman's powerful little sister.
Yeah, it's a powerful guitar.
It's a powerful guitar. It feels there's more power in this, but that's because it's...
I think...
Couldn't be the wood, could it be?
I was a little surprised that you managed to get so much volume and gain out of that without a sort of a feedback problem. Normally you'd associate the kind of the hollow electric guitars like this...
Because I absorb the feedback.
Is that what it is?
And then if I feel like the feedback needs to be released, I can release the feedback into the room. So I'll just hold on to it and I go, hey, I'm releasing it. So it's a certain skill set. But it's still quite twangy, you know. Dane. Definitely some Malcolm going on there, isn't it? Do you remember the video we did of the Electromatic Malcolm Young version?
Yes.
You know? And you were like, wow, what is this guitar? And Justin was like, ooh,
400 quid or something, wasn't it?
Incredible.
It's crazy. That's a different guitar to this one, by the way, but it's similar.
Let's try some Cloudburst, because now we've got Cloudburst coming out all over the place.
Can I just say as well, in case I misled anybody in here, so the hollow body and the single cut have got those FT5E Filtertron pickups in that I mentioned.
Filtertron.
But this guitar, the double cut, this is the center block design, so if you're sort of more familiar with your guitar builds, that means there is a piece of wood running down the middle of this guitar, so the pickups are mounted into that solid piece of wood rather than into like an acoustic.
So you say center block means there's a block down the center?
Exactly.
Is that what it means?
And these, when we get to this one, have the Broadtron pickups in it, rather than the Filtertrons in those two. So I just thought I'd get that out there before I forgot.
Hear the pick on the string. Can you hear that? If I take the Cloudburst off, you can hear that. I love that sound. The sound on the back pickup, and then when you can hear the click of the pick on the strings. Can you hear that?
Okay.
It's like a little bell. Like the bell you have to hit in the notification. Very articulate guitar. I'm into it. I'm a fan.
Should we move on?
Can't believe still I don't have a Gretsch, man.
Well,
it's just,
whilst we're talking about
what's going on with that?
having Gretches and stuff like that, these are limited editions, so these are only going to be available during 2023 or less if they sell out sooner. But of course, never fear if you have fallen in love with one of these and maybe you just don't like the colour, or maybe you've missed the 140th anniversary ones. These are, of course, representative of the standard Electromatic range, so you can get these in other colours.
Good, affordable.
All the time.
Good, affordable.
Good, affordable.
Good, affordable. Affordable. Good value for money.
Yes. So yeah, slightly different pickups on this guitar, even though they look the same. But yes, it's a centre block guitar now. So
feel that. It's much more. There's much more in it. Isn't it? Or is it me? There's much more.
It's much more. Whatever that word is. I really like the inlays. They've always been my favourite Gretsch inlays. The little thumbnail ones that just go in there. Speaking of thumbnails.
It doesn't have the same, but there's a Gretsch thing and there's a Filtertron thing. These pickups, you know, on the back pickup, there's this wonderful thing that I'm missing in my guitar.
They've always had that slightly growly mid-range thing, haven't they?
There's no pickups, Lee. No pedals.
No,
well, there's a Cali 76 on, but there's no. It's really pushing it much harder than these two.
That's my favourite one of the three, I think.
Absolutely. Yeah.
They've all got the same kind of neck profile. It's one of those really inoffensive, not too thin, not too thick. It's lacquered, so it's got a kind of a shiny, slightly sticky feel to it, but I guess that's kind of indicative of all the guitars that are lacquered like that. Pretty flat fretboard, just, you know, familiar, right? Not too big, not too small.
So many innuendos right there that I can't even.
By the way, just in case you're interested, the model number for this one is the G5622T-140.
Oh, well done.
I
think that's enough, isn't it?
darts score.
I think that's enough, isn't it? We're
yes,
done. I think we can jam out on these lovely guitars.
They're great, they're beautiful, and they are limited editions. So
great colour choice.
Yes, don't leave it too long, otherwise you will miss out, and nobody wants FOMO.
No. And congratulations, Gretsch, on the 140th anniversary.
I think I'm supposed to be interviewing Fred Gretsch Jr. later this year, actually, as part of a sort of. Apparently, he's got all the stories of everything from the 60s. You know, when you had George Harrison using the guitars and all that kind of stuff.
That would be good.
Anyway, yes, please like and subscribe so you don't miss that. Anyway, thank you, Pete, for your masterful demonstration of these wonderful guitars. Thank you guys for watching, and we shall see you in another video soon. Goodbye.